So some cues that I would give to help reduce the feeling that you're just like slamming your foot into the ground when you're running is just working on your foot mechanics. So when you think of landing, again, we can land with our heel, we can land with our midfoot, we can land with our forefoot. Each one is going to have pros and cons. Each one has increased variability or increased risk of getting injured. So forefoot might be Achilles, midfoot, it could be foot, it could be Achilles, and then heel strike generally is shin splints. Can have issues with knee pain as well with that. So now when it comes to feeling like you're running heavy and you're like hitting the ground, generally that's a sign that we're not really controlling the eccentric. So when you are landing with your foot, say for the simplest example, we'll do heel strike because a lot of people heel strike. If you land with the heel strike, so people are going to be heel strike and their foot is kind of out in front of them, and usually it's a little too far. So this puts a lot of force on the heel, it puts a lot of force on the knee, and then a lot of tension on those muscles here that are having to control to keep your foot up. So that's why people get shin splints. So one cue that I would give would be when you're running, take smaller steps. So don't reach. A lot of people are overreaching. So take smaller steps. And when you're running, try to run light. The easiest way to run light would be to set a metronome on your phone or some way to check your cadence. And you're going to want your cadence to be about 170 to 180 roughly. Everybody's cadence is different, but if you're having issues with feeling like you're having knee pain or foot pain, and you just feel really beat up, then you're probably going to want to take smaller steps, take more steps, so don't stride out as much, and then increase your cadence to about 170, 180 steps per minute. And you can use a metronome to keep track of that. Just have it, click, 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 click in the background. Or you can change your music so that, like, go on Spotify and hit, tracks with 180 beats per minute, and then you just run on the beat. And you do that until you just get used to that, and then that becomes your next cadence pattern. But another follow-up that I would say is when you're running, you want to think of things being bouncy, right? If you are landing and you land with rigid knees, that hurts, right? So that's the same thing as landing and putting on the brakes every time you run with a heel to toe gait pattern. So if you're running and you're landing with your heel and rolling to your toe, you're basically putting on the brakes every time that you do that. And your knee is locked out, so you're just like, it's the same thing as jumping and landing with straight knees. It doesn't feel good. You want to kind of soft knees, right? You want to absorb it. So it's the same thing with running. If you shorten up your stride, soften your knees, soften your feet, and then increase your cadence, it will feel generally a lot better. Not as achy when you're running. So give that a try. So I hope that was helpful. Dr. Jake, I help active individuals stay active and pain-free. We help runners, CrossFitters, people that are into group fitness, stay injury-free and pain-free so that they can keep doing the things that they love. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment. It helps out the channel tremendously, and I'll see you on the next.